Okay, so this is another one of my Four Horsemen Apocalypse cast videos. Did not think we would get to war this quickly. That's fun. And I do want to be absolutely fucking clear. When I say that we're on to the war horseman portion of my Create a Sim series, first of all, it's not just about what's going on in America. There's a lot going on all over the world. And second of all, and this is the important part, we're right. The protesters, they're right. This country needs to change. This world needs to change. I stand fully with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm fully with Hong Kong. The people in Japan, they're protesting the way. There's this whole thing in Japan right now where they're trying to remilitarize themselves, and they can do all kinds of things having to do with they can just choose to classify anything as a state secret and ban all kinds of passages, ban all kinds of subjects. Oh my god, I cannot focus here. They can stop you from passing on any kind of information, including really important stuff that people need to know about, like natural disasters or unnatural disasters. One of the examples I have here is radioactive spills in their harbor. They can stop people from passing that shit on if they get all this nonsense pushed through. So, there's an entire generation in Japan who's like, I'm not standing for this shit, and they're right, and I'm with them on that too. A lot of people have said all these things more intelligently, more coherently than I have. You don't really need to hear it from me, but I do want to put out there that when I say we're onto the war aspect of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, we're fucking right. It's time. It's been time. I'm not saying this is a bad thing that's happening. I mean, it's definitely a bummer how the government and the police and the people in power are using it as an opportunity to villainize the protesters, and especially black people. And, it's a bummer how cops keep shooting people and tear gassing protesters and, again, just straight up murdering people. I do want to be clear, they're just fucking killing people. Living in America right now is being held fucking hostage. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. That's why I've moved on to the rider of the red horse. Revelation 6:4 says, "Another came out, a fiery colored horse, and it was granted to the one seated on it to take away peace from the earth, so that they should slaughter one another. And he was given a great sword." So I've gone with red for this one, because it's the red horse. And, I wanted... Okay. So I did go with a lot of red. I wanted sort of an angry look, like a brutal look, because it doesn't matter whether you're right or not, war is shitty. And I would, wish we had another way to get this done, but peaceful protests always seem to devolve into police violence. Nice going, cops. Yeah, just in case anyone's wondering, fuck cops, okay? I've had it. When I was younger, a little kid, I really wanted to believe in cops, believe they were protecting us. They're not. They're protecting themselves. I've had it. My trust in cops is at an all-time low. It gets lower every day, which is amazing, because I thought we'd hit rock bottom and they pulled out the jackhammers. I'm so angry right now. So yeah, if you were looking for a calm down time video to help you escape from all the horror going on in the world right now, sorry guys, it's not this one. My bad. Okay, back on task here. I gave her, okay, so that eyeshadow I use very rarely because it looks kind of intense, but I think it works really well for this one, sort of like a red-eyed look, what's it called? Like you've been crying, or like you're really angry, or for instance, like you've had tear gas sprayed into your eyes at close range. And again, with the blush that I put on her, not this one, that one, it again gives you kind of, sort of an upset look, I think. She doesn't look pleased with that. The biggest issue I was having was finding a skin to put on that didn't make her smiling. So I went with this one, which, you know, kind of works. Anyway, I think it fits because pretty much on every occasion, if there's a war going on, it's because someone wanted it, you know? Someone wanted this to happen. I know lots of people who didn't want the protests to be viciously attacked by fuck-ups. But the people shooting us, the people spraying tear gas in our faces, the people, the cops, they wanted this. You see pictures all the time of them just laughing as they murder people, and, you know, I think they're having a grand old time. I mean, a lot of them have really started to be like, oh, it's not fun being a cop anymore, which, you know, good. I've seen so many, like, posts about cops who were like, oh, it's not fun, I used to love my job, this sucks. It's like, your job hinges on the suffering of others. You're telling me you love your job? Even if you're doing your job correctly, it's to get involved with criminals. You're having a great time? Are you kidding? Is this a joke? So, you know, it's not a joke, by the way. It's a nightmare. I know bad stuff is going on in other countries. I know that. But I live here. This is where I live. And so it's affecting me personally. And I gotta tell you, it's not fun. And I don't mean like I don't care about stuff that isn't affecting me personally. I mean like, it's much closer to home. And, it's rough. You've got suburban neighborhoods that look like a fucking war zone. Literally this morning, I saw a caravan of police officers drive down my street. It's bad. Okay, so these things I'm putting on her now, with where the hands went red, I downloaded that. I think I've used it in a previous video, like to a different extent. I just really, you know, I like the idea of the hands being all red. Like, yeah, your hands are bloody, bitch. War is hell. The reason it keeps jumping around and, like, changing and stuff is because I had to keep saving my work, because my computer has been a disaster, like I've said 8 or 9 times. You know, it's really on its last legs, and I cannot afford another one. I'm going back to work soon, though, so that's good. My job, it's like a lot of contact with other people, and it's not technically like a essential thing, but we're finally opening back up. You know, I hope I don't get coronavirus or whatever, but we need the money, so I'm going. And then I wanted to give her boots. I could not find the kind of style I was looking for, so in the end I just gave her the regular steel-toed ones. I wanted cop boots, but I don't have any of those because I hate cops, so I don't have any cop-adjacent shit. And I want to be clear when I say this. Like, when I say I hate cops, I hate all of them. Fuck cops. I don't want to hear about good cops. I don't want to hear about bad apples. Fuck cops. I would body slam a cop. Except I wouldn't because I'm white and they would just use that as an excuse to take it out on other people, but, like, people of color instead of me. So, you know, there's gonna be no body slamming cops. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the video. We're going to head into screenshots, and then that's gonna be it for this one. Here's where I change her name. I give her different traits. I left evil, and I give her hot-headed and self-assured, because I gotta tell you, I think everyone involved in these things that are happening these days, we know we're right. Everybody is certain they're correct, even if some people are not. All right, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.